pressure against this team.
Game one, time
Jesse's
in.
going to get a start.
0-0-2. Side out.
And there we did see kind of what we expected, sort of the flat, slightly cut cross-court
0-0-1.
game between Georgia and Jesse.
Second serve.
Yeah, I know a lot of people talk about the rolls and the topspin, but the slice is still really relevant in the game, especially on the return of serves and that forehand cross court.
0-0-2.
Keeps the ball low and it slows things down.
Point.
Off the net, hitting Jesse.
I think one of the things to watch for, Michelle, is the feet of Tardio and JW. See who gets their feet across the center line.
Timeout. Referee timeout.
More likely to poach.
Got a change of uniform for Tardio so he can match his partner with the offset green and the teal green.
Time in.
Not sure why they had to do that.
1-0-2.
Nothing wrong with a white shirt. But
Side out.
So the little mini change
0-1-1.
gives the opponents a side out. Yeah, Tardio's so good at that. He just, you don't see him coming in. He's so quick when he gets up to the net, and then he just utilizes that flick so well, targeting the female on the other side. Got to be prepared for that.
that was a classic play there from Tardio. A nice roll forehand drop, and then uses size and speed to get quickly to the net.
Nice aggressive play from J.W. Johnson. I like that Georgia Johnson went behind Tardio as he was really creeping over to the center line, keeping his opponent honest. Yeah, going behind Tardio this time for the winner down the line.
Looked like Gabe could have hit it and let it go, but it was clean winner, good by 4 or 5 inches.
1-1-1.
JW did such a good job of, even though it was a fairly low ball, he put some good topspin on it, had it dipping as it came over the net.
J.W. Johnson hitting a good shot off of the pop-up there. Georgia Johnson, an extremely good job at keeping that ball low and attackable cross-court.
Nice.
The lob. Irvine is there.
Point.
I like that lob by Georgia Johnson. That's a very effective shot in mixed doubles. For the right side woman to kind of go with a semi cross-court lob like that, it's a really good shot.
4-1-1.
Georgia tried to sneak that one by Tardio. That's a good idea. You got to do it once in a while.
She's done it actually 3 times already, and it's a good thing because he's going to stay over that line. She wants to alleviate the pressure of going cross-court with Jesse, and so she's got to do that every so often.
opens up the court too for the cross-court lob.
Side out.
A nice spot there to the left side of Georgia Johnson. To the backhand, makes it a little tougher to go back cross court.
1-4-1.
Georgia Johnson missing there.
It's long. Look at the knee bend Georgia Johnson's getting. Really, really good. Getting down nice and low on those dinks. Definitely helps you to control it.
1-4-2.
Keep it low.
Nice. JW Johnson coming over, very smooth on that shot, going downward to the backhand side of Tardio. You could see that Johnson's definitely not afraid to go behind Tardio in game 1.
4-1-1. Second serve.
Nice stab from Jessie Irvine.
Yeah, really took that ball way out in front of her.
4-1-2. Side out.
Good hold there for Tardio and Irvine. Down by 3 here. Trying to make a run, see if they could execute,
1-4-1.
gain some points.
Point. Two, 4-1.
Now Tardio's not even over the line.
Yeah,
Point.
Jessie Irvine with that nice cross-court.
3-4-1.
A little high from Tardio on that one.
3-4-2.
Oh,
Man, just a few shots that Jessie Irvine right now is just overhitting. She doesn't have to, but against a team like the Johnsons, it's almost like the pressure builds. You just want to get it out of your
4-3-1.
system.
yeah, that ball hopped up off the net. It was a pretty tempting target, but she hit it too flat. Carried it deep.
Point.
Great control from the Johnsons.
Yeah, good constant pressure.
5-3-1. Point.
Again, Irvine with the miss. It's very uncharacteristic to see that from her. She is just so
6-3-1.
steady. She's usually on top of it.
Second serve.
Looked like Georgia wanted to chip it behind Tardio.
Yeah, yeah. And that's the thing. If you want to go down the line, you're catching that ball a little bit later than more out in front. So
6-3-2.
let that ball come a little bit too far behind her. Nice
Point.
point from JW Johnson. Little sneaky two-hander there.
Definitely something he's added to his game over the course of the last year. He used to be
7-3-2.
exclusively a one-hand backhand guy. And now he uses the a third shot.
Side out.
Something we don't see too often. I'm not sure I've ever seen
3-7-1.
Jimmy Johnson lob.
Here you see the cross court again.
Ooh.
Point.
Georgia wanted the ATP. I think she hit it a little too high. Got to wait until it gets, that was more calf high. You want to let it drop to ankle. yourself a better angle.
There comes Tardio, avoiding the non-volley zone line, and he does it.
The tiptoe, but again, we see Tardio's quickness, hitting a solid drop,
5,
and then
7, 1.
blink of an eye, he's up at the kitchen line.
Second serve. Five, 7, 2. Side out.
Good run, though. Get a couple points on the scoreboard before the side out. It's super important, staying within 2 points.
7, 5, 1. Second
Again,
serve.
Georgia trying to go behind Tardio and just not making good contact.
7, 5, 2. Side out.
Good eye there by Tardio.
5, 7, 1. Point. Timeout receivers, 6, 7, 1. I'm sorry.
And we get with that
6,
cross-court
7,
game.
1.
A couple of times she's tried to go behind Tardio with dinks. I don't think she's behind when they've been doing the cross-court dinks that stay with it.
Second
Yeah,
serve.
I mean, especially when Jesse's missing these shots, right? It's super important to keep going cross court. Back to Jesse, I agree.
6, 7, 2.
But her cross courts are going to be easier knowing that she's going to keep Gabe Tardio out of the way. And so that's why she's making those risks. And J.W. Johnson with
Point.
this on the overhead.
Yeah, well, I like to see Georgia speed up behind Tardio. I'm not sure about the forehand dink,
7,
though. She's
7, 2.
having a little trouble with it.
She'll get it. Making adjustments is a part of the game.
There, she got it.
And there's the combo
Point.
Jessie Irvine finally got. She's really wanted to unleash on J.W. Johnson in this game, and that puts them ahead here by a point in
8,
game 1.
7, 2.
Tardio went way to the right side for that speed up.
Side out.
Jessie does like that flat forehand ATP. She just didn't quite get it around
7,
the
8, 1.
post. An ITP into the
Left.
post.
Reserve. 7, 8, 1. Second serve.
Jessie Irvine, a lot of power on her high forehands. No problem
7,
putting
8,
that one
2.
away.
Side out. 8, 7, 1. Second serve. Eight, 7, 2. Point.
Kind of a sneaky speed up there by Irvine. She's about 5-6 feet behind the kitchen line. Not
9, 7,
usually
2.
the spot for a speed up like that, but well executed. Ooh,
Side out.
Gabe mad at himself. That's a pretty routine shot for him.
7, 9, 1.
That
Second
ball
serve.
stays in from Tardio as he catches it by his right hip. I like that spot. But Tardio too quick
7, 9,
with
2.
his hands.
That was a pretty good speed up. Gabe with a nice counter.
there for Jessie. She wanted to take that out of the air. But there's that pattern again, going cross court to each other.
8-9-2.
For the right opportunity.
Side out.
Johnson getting caught in a little bit of a I formation there. It's big side out here for Tardio and Irvine.
9-8-1.
Been in control, you don't want to give it back. And that's not
Second serve.
the way to close it out.
Going big on the serve.
9-8-2. Side out.
Successful with the third. A quick side out
Yeah.
for the Johnsons. Let's see if they can gain some momentum here.
It's a good side out for the Johnsons. See if they can take
8-9-1.
advantage of it.
Great reset from JW. And that's going to be too high.
Second serve.
Georgia on the run.
Yeah. Sometimes your momentum coming forward like that makes you hit the ball just a little bit further than you expect. Good lead by Jessie Irvine.
Side out.
A couple of dry side outs by both sides.
9-8-1.
That lob is too short. JW
Second
will
serve.
punish.
That's the village's lob, as Dave Weinbach would say. Shout out to everybody there in Florida.
9-8-2. Point.
And that's a shot
Game
where
point.
JW needs to come over and take.
Yeah, I agree.
10-8-2.
There's a little hesitation on that spot specifically from that team.
Side out.
Almost.
Eight, 10-1.
They did get to 10. That's big.
Big forehand
Second
from
serve.
Jessie Irvine.
Yeah, she did a better job there bending her knees, staying down on it. Got a little bit of top spin on it.
8-10-2.
Able to control it better.
Georgia Johnson went behind Tardio on the hands exchange about 3 times, because really what Tardio wants is that forehand put away, and she did not give him that option there.
Timeout receivers, 9-10-2.
An interesting timeout. 9-10-2, obviously.
10-2.
Behind Gabe Tardio.
Obviously a huge point here at 9-10-2.
That's just too high.
Side
Again,
out.
she's trying to stick with that game plan, just
Game
going
point.
behind him very often, and all of a sudden Tardio
10-9-1.
Irvine had their second opportunity for game point.
Point game.
And Tardio finishes off and they take game 1, 11-9.
Jessie, she was trying to be aggressive the entire game. She was missing at the court, and
0-0-2.
was just kind of watching. If you want to be involved, you got to be more active with the footwork.
good
out.
defense there by Georgia and JW. They just couldn't quite get back to the kitchen line, left one up. Jesse Irvine puts it away.
0-0-1.
Oh, boy. Really nice backhand finish there by Georgia Johnson. Not the easiest shot in the world. She made it look easy. Got on top of it, put it away.
Yeah, and I also noticed that J.W. Johnson stepped off of the line during the hands battle, which is very interesting to see a guy stepping away from the line, but he did so and was successful at getting that ball down.
0-0-1.
Ball stays in.
Second serve.
So the cross-court battle between the ladies is kind of disappearing. So beginning here of game number 1, we're just testing each other's hands now. Got all the tension out. Game 1's finished. Now we're trying to see, who could get on top by the speed-ups and the exchanges with the hands.
Side out.
Nice spot there from Jessie. Very nice shot there. We've seen Georgia Johnson struggle just a little bit coming forward off of the right side of the court.
0-0-1.
And that's where Jessie's going to keep putting that ball.
Very active JW on that play.
Yeah, and that's what he needs to do. That's what we're looking for here in game 2.
0-2. Side out.
Nice spot from Georgia Johnson. Whenever you get the opportunity to make the opponent hit the ball up,
0-0-1.
it's always a good shot. You just hit a beautiful shot, and if they're able to reset, good on the opponent.
Second serve. Zero, 2. Side out.
Still scoreless here in game 2.
0-0-1. Second serve.
Drive again, getting it up a little bit.
0-0-2.
Jessie tends not to hit a lot of top spin.
Side out.
Team's trading side outs here.
They got game 1 was beautiful because you could see they were executing a game plan, both teams. Now they kind of got, both teams have kind of gotten away from that. Got to always remember what your objective is going into it.
Yeah, I agree, Michelle. I always look, coming into game 2, I always look to see what is each team, especially the team that lost game 1, or what are they going to do that's a little bit different. Not necessarily seeing a new pattern from either side.
JW looking to poach a shot on the forehand side. Both gentlemen lurking. Nice ATP from Georgia Johnson.
Yeah. Georgia really stuck with the cross-court game there. I'd like to see that. I haven't seen Jessie really be able to poke one behind JW.
1-0-2.
She will, and when she does, it's going to be the best timing ever. The most unexpected time.
Point.
Tardio is caught off guard there.
Well, we've seen Georgia's been a little bit more the aggressor in the cross-court game, the one more willing to speed something up.
Side out.
Nice little side out for the Johnsons, up by 2. Tardio giving some words to Irvine.
So far in game 2, 2's a big run.
0-2-1.
So good job by the Johnsons. Take an early lead.
staying alive.
Second serve.
Finishes.
0-2-2.
Nice adjustment there by J.W. Johnson off the net cord. Made it look easy.
Two, 0-1. Second serve.
Ball called short at ATP.
2-0-2.
Great work from Jesse, covering for Tardio. Resets the ball, is able to get both players back into the point. That is some purposeful pickleball right there.
0-2-1. Second serve.
Good defense initially from Irvine.
Yes,
Last shot got away from her a little bit.
she's got to give it an attempt.
0-2-2.
Great
Side out.
hands from J.W. Johnson. He's anticipating very well right now.
And we saw that one, Irvine pretty far off the line. If you're going to do a firefight and one player is 4 or 5 feet behind the kitchen line, that's not usually a winning formula.
Some frustration from Tardio. He knows he went just too much on that one. Was a little too early on that cross court.
3-0-1.
But a great point. And we've been talking about the drives, and Georgia Johnson actually hits a very effective one because it stays low and it's dipping as that ball's crossing over the net, and that puts the Johnsons ahead by 4 in game 2.
That lob. That was excellent.
Beautifully disguised.
The other thing that Georgia, it was well disguised, good point. But once she did it, she didn't back off the line. She kept right at the line.
5-0-1.
Stood there and made the block of the backhand overhead a lot easier to put away. Really good play.
Second serve.
The difference in this game is Georgia Johnson's making a lot more balls.
5-0-2.
What a reset from Jesse Irvine.
Tremendous.
Amazing.
Great firefight.
Amazing.
Looked like the Johnsons had control of it there 3-4 different times. Ball kept coming back.
That's so good from Jesse.
0-5-1.
So good.
we were going to get a speed up there from Georgia. Instead, we got it from Jessie.
Yeah, Georgia did not take the bait, but Jessie did on that one.
Yeah, neither one of them giving their opponent anything great to handle.
Side out.
Nice side out for the Johnsons. Ahead by 5 here.
5-0-1.
Ball back
Second
here
serve.
in our commentator tent. Michelle Esquivel now playing ball girl. Good fetch.
It always comes into the booth, doesn't it?
Well, our photographer in front of us has been beamed at least twice.
Side out.
Quick side out there. Tardio and Irvine need to figure something out here as they're trailing down by 5. They've been playing
0-5-1.
well. Maybe Tardio needs to attack JW a little bit more. She hasn't taken any risks.
Point.
Well, that's one way to score a point.
There you go.
Again, crowd building around here, Michelle. Really nice crowd out here on a beautiful day in Mesa, Arizona.
Second serve.
Again, Jessie trying to counter with a pretty aggressive shot from about 6 feet behind the kitchen
1-5-2.
line.
Side out.
Part of the game.
Yeah. JW with just enough topspin to make that ball
5-1-1.
creep over the net.
Point.
Tardio may be a bit fooled that he got a couple of dinks right in a row.
6-1-1.
He's such a mover.
Second serve.
Yeah. Tardio likes that shot. He's got kind of that sort of a table tennis type
6-1-2.
grip and wristiness to his backhand.
Side out.
He's just short.
Nice pressure from Irvine.
1-6-1.
Ooh, boy.
Point.
That was a risk that I've been wanting to see Irvine take. It wasn't pretty, but it worked out for them. And that puts them down
2-6-1.
by only 4 now. See if this could give them some momentum.
What'd you think, Michelle? I thought that one was
Point.
slightly long, and Georgia played it.
Yeah, she played it. She didn't know if... See, the thing with Georgia, if she's uncertain, she's just going to play it. She thought it was out. She didn't call it, so she just ended up playing.
Yeah, I think she was hoping that JW had a better look at it because she was moving. So probably one of those where each of you is looking at your partner thinking they're going to call it out, then neither one calls it out, you end up playing an out ball.
It happens to all of us.
Definitely does.
Point.
A little miscommunication there between the Johnsons. Georgia first said you, and JW went for it. Then in the last second she said me.
I want
4-6-1.
JW to feel like he could just take over, you know? He's very mindful of his partner.
Second serve. 4-6-2. Side out.
Still like Georgia Johnson staying with that cross-court dink game. I think she's had the advantage in it
6-4-1.
the whole match.
Again, Jesse Irvine taking the bait and going straight to J.W. Johnson. She needs to do something different with that.
I thought it was a pretty good shot. J.W. was just on it. Good reset from Georgia, and Tardio sticks with the speed up off the backhand. Wins the second one.
7-4-2. Point.
Jesse Irvine yelling out. Tardio could not hold off. He probably was sailing long. Georgia fired up on that one. Really good play by her, keeping it going. JW cleaning up the mess at the end.
It's got to feel good when you could complete a combo like that, especially off of the two-hander.
Yeah.
Point.
And Georgia, again, getting fired up here. She wants this one. Wants to send it to a game 3.
10-4-2.
There it is.
That will give us a game 3. A quick finishing run. Counter move strategy and counter strategy. We saw the Johnsons come back in game 2 with JW being a little more active. Georgia getting pumped up, playing a really solid match. What does Tardio and Irving, what do they do here in game 3 to take back control?
I don't know what they're going to do. I don't even know what to tell them. Johnsons are just playing great pickleball.
I'd like to see Jesse come up with something a little different in the dink game. I think if the Johnsons stick with this routine right here, they've got the advantage.
Great ball from Georgia Johnson going behind Tardio, something that I told you that I liked to see. I like her going there so it alleviates the pressure off of her and it keeps him honest. That's so important. And, you know, I wanted to see Jesse Irvine take some risks as well, but what happened in the beginning of game 2, it was unsuccessful, so they went back to the game plan from game 1. So we'll see what they decide to do.
Tardio, sort of a semi-scorpion there. Really nice play. Helps to have 19-year-old knees. I remember when I could hit that shot.
0-0-2.
Great firefight there. All the players getting just barely over the net. Tardio's ball finally goes long.
1-0-2. Point.
Georgia with a swing and the miss on the Ernie.
It's funny because she did cross a plane, but that rule doesn't exist anymore. Crossing the plane, you could cross the plane anytime you want because she's athletic.
Point.
All over it. Johnsons are playing so well right now, and you know we said, okay, what could Irvine and Tardio do?
3-0-2.
Johnsons are playing really well right now.
They are playing really well. Georgia's had that advantage in that dink game all day, and JW's taking advantage of with a few more opportunities of covering the middle.
resets from
Point.
Jesse Irvine to set up Gabe Tardio there. Beautiful, beautiful work.
Some great hands from both J.W. Johnson and Gabe Tardio on that one.
1-3-2.
There's no safe zone on this court if you leave a ball that high. All four players quite capable of putting the ball away.
3-1-1. Second serve. 3-1-2.
JW with the take.
Point.
I like it. I love that because that's something that we wanted to see from him in game 1. He was just kind of observing. Maybe he's playing it like Messi. Messi just watches the field for the
4-1-2.
first 20, 30 minutes of the game, and then he executes when he sees something.
Irvine needs to poke one down JW's backhand side. She just hasn't done it, and I think it's given JW the confidence to step more and more toward the middle.
5-1-2.
He's just getting more middle poaches of quality than Tardio is.
Great takes from Tardio, being aggressive, helping his partner out for the side out. Tardio exchanging some words with his partner Irvine.
1-5-1.
They need to come up with something. Down 1-5-1 here in game 3.
Second serve.
That's the thing. You gotta work. You gotta grind. Gotta
1-5-2.
figure it out. Another take from J.W. Johnson.
Same sequence. When your opponent keeps doing the same thing, it's such an advantage for you because Jesse not going with any aggressive shots behind JW. He can just go more and more and more. He's gonna keep doing it until she hits it behind him.
Point. Timeout. Change end. 6-1-1.
So here we are at the end change.
Jesse, to the extent she's tried to do much other than dink, it's been a speed up down the middle and sort of trying to jam JW on his right hip, and he's been responding pretty well to that. She needs to come up with something else, whether it's a lob cross court.
6-1-2.
She hasn't. I don't recall her even hitting one dink to JW's backhand.
That's what I'm saying.
She's got to do something to vary the pace. It's either that or hope that Georgia starts to get inconsistent on her dinks, which has not been occurring.
Johnson's reviewing if they wanted a challenge, but they will not.
Point.
And sometimes you just got to take that challenge. If there's any type of, you know,
2-6-1.
any type of just knowing that the ball have been in, it's just good to just do it just to like get it over with. Oh, there's Jesse trying to attempt that down the line.
Not close, but she does have to do something.
2-6-2.
Players get one timeout and one free challenge per game on grandstand court.
Side out. Six, two, one.
Oh, the lob. sets the Johnsons up. Nice job.
Again, really well executed. Irvine was able to take it out of the air, but both the Johnsons kept their toes on the line, looking for the aggressive block of what came back. Oh, and a net court. Everything going the way of the Johnsons right now. Georgia is pumped. Got a nice lead here. Another point or two on this side out will make it very, very difficult for Tardio and Irvine to come back.
Again, Tardio missing early because he's so out in front that he's able to just catch it. So match point for the Johnsons. And the combination does it for J.W. Johnson and Georgia Johnson.
And a big hug for his big brother.